You know, Miss Banks, since you had that baby, there's something different about you.
The beloved sitcom, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, was a delightful weekly comedy that showcased Will Smith's charismatic confidence, propelling him towards remarkable success in Hollywood. However, despite its endearing on-screen antics, the show harbored controversies behind the scenes. Janet Hubert, who portrayed the Fresh Prince's aunt, openly warned about some of the heinous acts transpiring during the filming process, shedding light on the less glamorous aspects of the production. Remember that time when the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's Aunt Viv was all of a sudden a different Aunt Viv? Janet Hubert played the matriarch for 3 seasons, and then Daphne Maxwell Reid was there for the show's final 3 seasons.
Janet Hubert was never difficult on that set. Janet Hubert was so professional, it wasn't even funny. I think Will simply needed to win, and I think sometimes when you get caught up in a lie...
Life went on, and the final episode of Fresh Prince aired almost 20 years ago. But as Hubert proved, bad blood doesn't spoil. Seemingly a few years ago, coming out of nowhere, Hubert posted a video response to Jada Pinkett Smith's call to boycott this year's Oscars over the lack of nominees for people of color. And not only wasn't it a show of support, the pointed slam drastically morphed into a major dig at Will Smith, whom she historically blames for her ouster from the hit show.
First of all, Miss Thing, does your man not have a mouth of his own with which to speak?
Though it never cleaned up in the awards department, Fresh Prince was a huge NBC hit and is enjoyed in repeats to this day, and was the vehicle that rocketed Will Smith to superstardom. Less than 2 months after the series finale, Independence Day opened in theaters, and the rest is history. But in the fall of 1993, Season 4 premiered with a new Vivian Banks in the house, and while the lack of social media back in the day precluded the sort of conspiracy theories and immediate demand for an answer from the powers in charge of Fresh Prince, those things never happen for no reason.
I know, because you know what? You guys have been discussed. It's been discussed for 25 years. It's insane.
Of course, it wasn't unheard of, the old turn a blind eye recast, dating as far back as the Darren Stevens switcheroo on Bewitched and beyond. Roseanne, who replaced Becky's and then switched them back, even acknowledged the shakeup with a joke about Bewitched. However, the climate under which Hubert left was apparently not hospitable enough for a comeback. At the time, her exit was attributed to the age-old standby of creative differences, and that's certainly one way to put it. Smith told an Atlanta radio station in 1993, mid-original controversy, "I can say straight up that Janet Hubert wanted the show to be the Aunt Viv of Bel-Air show because I know she is going to dog me in the press. She has basically gone from $250,000 a year to nothing. She's mad now, but she's been mad all along. She said once, I've been in the business for 10 years and this snotty-nosed punk comes along and gets a show. No matter what, to her, I'm just the Antichrist." And he was correct in that Hubert wasn't just going to let it go. Presumably, however, he couldn't have predicted that anyone would still be talking about it more than 22 years later. In an interview with what later became Huffington Post's Black Voices section, Hubert said, "My departure was planned for a long time. There will never be a reunion of the Fresh Prince. Will Smith and Alfonso destroyed a 20-year career with untruths. I got slammed. Will apologized later in an Essence magazine article, but it still lingers. It's still there." Alfonso Ribeiro, who played preppy son Carlton Banks, said during a stand-up comedy set in 2009, dug up by Perez Hilton, during which the future Dancing with the Stars winner also talked about his own almost firing from Fresh Prince, that everyone he worked with was great, except, "First mom, not so much," he cracked. "Cue the boos and hisses, interestingly. You know, legally I'm not allowed to talk about it," Ribeiro continued. "But hey, why not? Basically, at the end of the day, he bleeped himself, was crazy. I did not curse. She went nuts. Long story short, and there were days when we were all on the set and she would literally go off on people. And they got to a point by the time the second season came around where we're like, this is unacceptable. We felt like when we were doing The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that we were a family. She at that point ruined that, and she made it very difficult for us to work. And unfortunately, she was then fired. They brought in Daphne Maxwell Reid, who we absolutely loved, and we moved on. Oh well. Well, that stand-up set took a turn for the serious. Addressing the members of the crowd who seemingly took offense in defense of the original Aunt Viv, Ribeiro acknowledged, "She was funny. She was a very talented actress." Going falsetto, he added, "Cuckoo." In 2010, Hubert recalled to Black America Web, per Huffington Post, "I was a dark-skinned African-American mother, and Will used to tell the 'you're so black' jokes to the audience before the show. And at one point, I came out and stopped him. And the audience went, woo," she remembered. He didn't understand how unbelievably disrespectful that was to women like me. Yo, mama's so black. When she looks at her shoes, she thinks she's looking in the mirror. Ha ha! The Will versus Aunt Viv lore boiled up again in 2011, nearly 18 years after the fact, when Smith posted a Fresh Prince cast pic that did not include Hubert. She was soon after asked by TMZ about the possibility of a Fresh Prince reunion, and she said, "There will never be a reunion, as I will never do anything with an A." Whole like Will Smith. He's still an egomaniac and has not grown up. This constant reunion thing will never ever happen in my lifetime unless there is an apology, which he doesn't know the word. But an apology for what exactly? It sounds as though Hubert continues to blame Smith to this day for not going to bat for her and the rest of his co-stars when it came time to negotiate a pay raise for the cast like white shows do, like Friends. But in 2013, it sounded as though she was more amenable to the idea of a reunion, which, as we all know by now in 2016, never happened anyway. It was a negotiation that should have come back like most do, Hubert told the Griot in March 2013. We were a very successful show, and I felt like I was an integral part of that and felt valuable, but you cannot feel valuable in Hollywood. Asked about rumors that she feuded with Smith and with Ribeiro, she said, "I think what happened because the audience was so on my side at that time that Will probably felt like he needed to go out and he needed to tell a lot of lies." Alfonso went out to a college and told a lot of lies, but the problem is I have proof that a lot of that didn't happen. I would say to him, "Smith, we need to heal this," Hubert also said in the Griot interview. "You've done some things, you've said some things that were totally untrue, and you know that they were untrue. I've said some things that I probably should have never said, but you've never heard them come from my mouth, especially the TMZ thing last Christmas. My mom passed away. So there I was again in the media getting beaten up. And you get tired. I'm tired. Aren't you tired, Will?" The Water Under the Bridge tour continued in May 2013 when she told OMG. Insider said that Smith did some heinous, horrible things to me. They were like bad kids, Will and Alfonso, especially Alfonso. He said that I was crazy and nobody wanted to go to lunch with me. But Hubert also said at the time, "We need to have a reunion. We have to end this horrible 21-year war. I think we all owe each other an apology." And in 2014, on TV1's Life After, Hubert recalled moving to LA to do the show. And the rest is mystery history. "When we first started Fresh Prince, it was such a joy, especially in the beginning," she said. She added a moment later, "If you want me to kiss your then you have to put it in my contract." Apparently, no one ever let bygones be bygones, and no one jumped on the reunion bandwagon with her, though Fresh Prince was widely celebrated on the 25th anniversary of its premiere in 2015. Hubert's video message continued yesterday. "I seem to recall 20, maybe 6, 7 years ago, 25, whatever it was. I don't even remember. I seem to remember at option time coming to you and saying, 'You know what, Will? You're the star of the show. Why don't we all get together and with you, maybe we could get a little raise. Maybe the network, since the show is, such a hit, and you being the star of the show, your influence would help us greatly, like they did on Friends, like white shows do.' Remember that? Do you remember that? 'Cause I do. And your response to me was, 'My deal is my deal and y'all's deal is y'all's deal.' Well, karma must be a because now here you are. Yes, Will Smith is in such a rough place right now. He got a Golden Globe nomination for Concussion, one of the movies cited as being overlooked by Oscar this year. He's one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. Times are tough, but it's also his move if he wants to maybe finally put a coda on this decade-spanning tale. He won't truly be able to be the faultless prince of a town called Bel Air otherwise. Before the show's 1990 debut, rapper Will Fresh Prince Smith had only one acting credit to his name, a minor part in an ABC after-school special. He had no professional drama training, and although he's a respected actor now, he says he cringes when he watches his early scenes on the show. "I was trying so hard," Will recalls. "I would memorize the entire script. Then I'd be lipping everybody's lines while they were talking. When I watch those episodes, it's disgusting. My performances were horrible." Although Will was earning a tidy sum with his music career, he was in the hole for $2.8 million with the IRS. Which is why he jumped at the opportunity to star in producer Quincy Jones' TV venture, playing a character who shared Will's name and was based on his own life, With bankruptcy looming over his head, Smith had no choice but to star in Benny Medina's semi-autobiographical The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, a role he was picked for by producer Quincy Jones. For the first 3 years, he paid 70% of his salary from Fresh Prince to the IRS.
Fresh Prince, when I found out, I was like, it's a long story, but just go. I didn't send the IRS their money, okay? I didn't necessarily forget.
So if Will Smith never got into major financial trouble, we might not have the critically acclaimed movie star version of Will Smith we love today. Moreover, questions regarding her S also emerged when he was doing the show. Smith maintains a low profile on social media, focusing on his own pursuits despite any public scrutiny. Regrettably, there are individuals like his former assistant and friend, brother Bilal, who persist in spreading rumors and creating turmoil in his life.
And then I saw that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
The ex-assistant recently engaged in a conversation with gossip blogger Tasha K, known for her provocative interviews. It's not unexpected for someone like Brother Bilal to feature on her platform, especially as he's promoting his book, Will Smith Demonic Circle. During the interview, which is available for viewing below, Brother Bilal alleges that Smith was involved in an S encounter with Dwayne Martin. He goes into explicit detail about what he claims to have witnessed, providing graphic descriptions. On Monday, a sensational interview featuring Bilal made waves as he made shocking allegations against Dwayne, claiming to have witnessed a compromising situation between Dwayne and Will in the dressing room. Bilal vividly described the scene, asserting that he walked in on Dwayne engaging in AS with Will over a couch. He said, "I opened the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne having AS with Will," Brother Bilal said. "There was a couch, and Will was bent over the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, K him, M him. It was M in there." Ultimately, there is no one to corroborate these claims. We doubt Martin and Smith would even entertain such rumors, given the fact that Bilal seemingly had an axe to grind. The self-proclaimed former friend didn't stop at the explicit details, also taking a swipe at the rapper's manhood, likening it to a pinky toe. According to Bilal, this incident occurred in the later years of their relationship.
Like, I'm trying to find is like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dresser.
On the other hand, Will Smith's representative is strongly refuting allegations that the actor engaged in a S encounter in a dressing room years ago. Smith's spokesperson told Page Six that the assertion is entirely false and fabricated. Furthermore, TMZ reports that the 55-year-old Oscar winner is contemplating legal action against the individual making the remarks. Notably, Bilal did not reference Martin's marriage to Tisha Campbell, whom the 58-year-old LA's Finest star married in August 1996. Bilal had previously criticized Smith's relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, alleging during a Comedy Hype appearance in October that Pinkett Smith views her husband as a sucker.
Jada was the woman that everybody wanted, and Will needed that validation.
In the same month, Jada released her memoir, Worthy, where she openly discussed her and Will's secret separation. While promoting the book, the Red Table Talk co-host shared with People that she and her husband had been separated for 7 years. Entertainment Tonight reported that Will's 3 children, Trey, 31, Jaden, 25, and Willow, 23, expressed sympathy for their father amid the revelations. They know he has been going through a lot lately and this isn't helping, a source claimed in October. They wish some of their family's private matters remained private. The kids' concerns are natural as their father has been entangled in numerous news nowadays. Talking about Smith and Martin, they have shared a close friendship over the years, a bond well documented in the public eye. In a recent development, Tisha Campbell has come forward with allegations that Will Smith was involved in extramarital relationships with her former spouse, Dwayne Martin. She took to Instagram to share an image regarding this matter. In her post, Tisha pointed out that the truth always comes out in the end, no matter how many times someone lies. This prompted one of her devotees to reply, "Thank you even though they lie in the end." In response to this person, Tisha said, "And you're right, they will lie till the end. The real kiki is, people will stop believing them." Tisha's choice to capitalize Will in her post gave rise to suspicions that she might be indirectly alluding to Will and Jada. Swift assumptions were made that this could potentially suggest an alleged affair between Will and Tisha's ex-husband, Dwayne Martin, who also shares a close friendship with the actor from Gemini Man.
Dwayne and Tisha have like a real violent relationship.
And Dwayne's, hi, honey.
Hey, y'all about to get her beat with a bag of oranges.
Recent rumors about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin have reignited speculations about their relationship. Tisha Campbell, who has been married to Martin for over 15 years, has reportedly heard gay rumors about her husband before, suggesting that these recent claims are not entirely new. The couple has faced persistent rumors, not only about Martin's S, but also about alleged domestic violence.
Dwayne and having anal with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch and Will was bent.
In 2007, Tisha and Dwayne addressed these allegations in an interview with Essence magazine, making light of the rumors. Despite the ongoing speculation, the couple has remained devoted to each other and their 2 children, one of whom has autism. On the other hand, rumors about Will Smith's S have circulated for years, dating back to 1993 when he played a gay con artist in 6 Degrees of Separation. While his character was initially supposed to have a full HS love scene, Will reportedly expressed reservations, resulting in creative workarounds like mirrors and trick camera angles. The recent gossip suggests a bromance between Will and Dwayne, fueled by their frequent vacations together, including trips to Las Vegas, Miami, and a private cruise in Trinidad. Allegedly, Jada Pinkett Smith is unhappy with the close relationship between her husband and Dwayne, feeling that it is flaunted in her face. However, there have been long-standing whispers about Will and Jada's marriage facing challenges, with sources now claiming that the union is completely fractured. The more time Will spends with Dwayne, the more strain it allegedly puts on his relationship with Jada, leading to speculation about an impending divorce.
Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce.
An unidentified source predicts that it's only a matter of time until one of them makes the split official and files for divorce. However, it's essential to note that these are rumors and should be taken with caution. But how are these rumors related to Dwayne? Dwayne Martin, originally from Brooklyn, New York, gained fame in the 90s with roles in hit movies like White Men Can't Jump and TV shows like Real Husbands of Hollywood. His friendship with Will Smith, which began on the set of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in 1993, has sparked occasional rumors over the years, particularly during times of heightened speculation about Will's S. While some people online are expressing surprise at these recent revelations, others are criticizing the individual who revealed these private details about Will Smith. One fan wrote, "I think Will is bulletproof due to his charisma. The only person that can hurt him is himself. And while that's entirely possible, I hope that doesn't happen. I believe the vast majority of the public will always love this dude." Another person added, "On enough of this, many of us never needed proof. It's like constantly saying, I think Sean Combs is gay. I get it for the newbies, but some of us saw this in the 90s, early 2000s. Congrats, Jada. You got the results you wanted." One more person wrote, "I think Will Smith is a good guy and a solid man, but even the best of men have dark corners. People want to villainize Jada, but I can tell there are reasons she keeps a little distance between her and Will. She recognizes that he's a good man, and that's why she stays married to him, but like I said, even the best of men have dark corners." The friendship between Will and Dwayne has faced periodic rumors of something more, dating back to 1993. But why are people making such rumors? It is majorly because of Will's past. YouTuber Trisha Paytas made allegations against Will Smith, claiming that he intentionally caused harm to her male dancers. She specifically said, "How about worry about your daughter being in bed at 13 with her 20-year-old boyfriend? How about worry about your King cheating husband King one of my male dancers when they didn't want to?" However, it appears that Will might have been influenced by the path set by his predecessor, Quincy Jones. Rumors about his interest in men have circulated for years, and recent developments suggest there might be some truth to those speculations.
My first musical memory is when I wanted to be a gangster until I was 11. Coming from Chicago in the 30s.
Recent disclosures have brought to light the possibility that Quincy Jones may not adhere to conventional SO. Startling allegations have emerged, suggesting that he wielded influence over the S preferences of notable individuals, including Will Smith and Tupac. These claims hint at his deep involvement within the LGBTQ+ community. Do you remember that unforgettable interview with Tupac? It was a pivotal moment when he revealed the questionable intentions of Quincy Jones.
Yeah, I think these definitely, them rumors about Quincy Jones and all that crazy stuff about Pop was definitely rumors.
Tupac openly disclosed that Quincy had presented inappropriate propositions, hinting at engaging in specific intimate activities. However, the story becomes more complex. Despite the interview gaining extensive traction on the internet, it curiously disappeared without any trace. One must acknowledge that a person with substantial power and influence would be capable of orchestrating such a vanishing act. With Tupac no longer here to verify the authenticity of that interview, it's not entirely unexpected that Quincy might be aiming to distance himself from these allegations.
And it's nice, it gives you hope when you see it's already happened. You know, you don't have to come up with it yourself.
Even Napoleon, who was purportedly a close associate of Tupac, swiftly dismissed all rumors and defended Quincy Jones when confronted with the allegations. In an instant, he waved away all the gossip surrounding the matter.
Yeah, I think these definitely, them rumors about Quincy Jones and all that crazy stuff about Pop was definitely rumors. Pac was about to marry his daughter. You know, QD3 was producing.
And if you believe the revelations end there, think again. There are claims circulating that Jada and Will have been organizing unconventional gatherings at their residence, involving much younger men. Jaguar Wright even went on to divulge sensitive information, suggesting that she has witnessed young men leaving their premises in a state of astonishment. Well, the show shared its fair share of controversies, along with its success. But thanks to Janet Hubert, who kept warning us that apparently the show never went smooth as it seemed to be. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.